Welcome, family. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the midweek technical analysis. As I get ready to jump into this analysis, let me give a quick disclaimer as always. This is not financial advice. Anything that I share during this analysis is for educational purposes only. I repeat, this is not financial advice. Anything that I share during this analysis is for educational purposes only. Cool beans, cool beans. Um, all right, I just had to make sure I was sharing the correct screen. All right, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. So, looking back at the pre-week analysis, right? And for the record, I did do the midweek analysis, but I did not post it to YouTube. I kept that for the private mentorship only. I'm sorry, the private trade group only. And it'll be like that going forward. Some classes will be restricted to pay paid subscribers only. So but for the most part, I keep posting the free analysis, but there will be analysis where I go over certain jewels or gems, so to say, that I will not give out to the public. It will only be for my paid students. So with that being said, looking at the pre-week analysis, I told you guys in the pre-week analysis, in the beginning of the week analysis, that I expected um the dollar to continue bullish this week, right? I told you that I would allot for price to come down and run last Thursday's sell side liquidity, which was this candle here, right? And I told you that I would also allow for price to come back down and retest the monthly 79% PD array and the daily volume imbalance here. And I would like to see how price react to that level, right? So we see how price came down and reacted to that level today. Take you down to the hourly time frame. You see that we had a fair value gap here that turned into an inversion fair value gap, right? We pushed down off of it, down into those levels that we wanted to see retested. And then price pushed back up above that fair value gap, right? And now we see how price open for Asian markets, right? We open above consequent encroachment of that. So I want to see if price comes back down, filling this gap, but closes above consequent encroachment. And if that does happen, I am bullish for the dollar to run this monthly buy side liquidity from December, right? Previous months buy side liquidity. That is absolutely what I want to see, right? If we break below, if we break below the fair value gap and close below this gap, then I would look for price to come on down and fill in this gap here and retest the 62% weekly PD array along with the 62% monthly PD array in the monthly sell side liquidity. I'm sorry, not monthly sell side liquidity. What is that? It's the, let me see some. What is that? 60, I know it's the 62 monthly, 79% weekly PD array. So I told you guys in the pre-week analysis that it was a lot of liquidity in this area that I felt like the dollar was going to be drawn to, right? And we see it took us a while to get here, all week long. Took us a while to get here, right? Market opening up Sunday here. We dipped down towards it Tuesday, pushed back up, and then came back down into it again today. Let's see if that was enough to quench the bear's thirst, or if we get one more dip down to run that 62 weekly, 79 weekly PD array along with the um, 62 monthly PD array. So that's what I am expecting. And I gave you the if this, then that analysis. If we break and close below the volume imbalance, not volume imbalance, I'm sorry. If we break and close below the liquidity void for the new day opening gap, right? This liquidity void here. If we come down and close beneath that, then I will expect price to run these sell side PD array levels. If we cannot, if we wick down and close that gap, but close above consequent encroachment, then I will expect the dollar to run the monthly buy side liquidity. Simple as that. Easy peasy, easy peasy. Um, Look at Euro USD, y'all. We wanted to see Euro USD come down into this fair value gap. Um, and so depending on what the dollar gives us throughout the rest of Asian market and going to London, will depend on what we will see out of currencies. If the dollar continues higher, then of course we will see this sell side liquidity, monthly sell side liquidity rant, right? If the dollar continues lower, goes lower, then we should see Euro USD push back above these monthly PD arrays and reach for the weekly PD arrays above these equal highs here, right? Cool beans, cool beans. Same thing with GBP USD. Same thing. If the dollar runs higher, we should see pound run lower. If it runs lower, we should see pound target that monthly and weekly buy side liquidity to the upside. It's going to be an interesting rest of the week, guys and gals. NZD USD came down and ran that monthly sell side liquidity on Monday. Came back down to, did we retest the, almost retest the top of that weekly inversion fair value gap. We got back above the monthly PD array, sell side liquidity. So, yeah, let's see if we push higher. All the signs are pointing towards the draw on buy side liquidity, right? Because we ran sell side liquidity on NZD USD. Well, that was the only one that we ran sell side liquidity on, honestly. But we did fill in the fair value gap on Euro USD. So yeah, let's look at the dollar one more time. Now we just need the dollar to break and close below this liquidity board. New day opening gap, right? And see that thing run lower so we can see currencies run higher. If not, like I said, I expect us to run higher on the dollar and lower on currencies. Cool beans, cool beans. Looking at looking at futures. I want to see us pull back. I do want to see us pull back tomorrow. Tomorrow is your typical reversal day, pullback day, Thursday. So let's see if we get a good pullback tomorrow down to this fair value gap that was created on the hour time frame right here. And what do you see here? So I see us going into the distribution phase of a hourly AMD model, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So let's see if this plays out. Let's see if we get a let's see if price get distributed down to that monthly buy side liquidity that we ran up above last week, right? And down into these weekly PD arrays because that is the pullback that I wanted to see from the beginning of this week. So let's see if we can get that to play out, right? We do see this imbalance here, fair value gap in the form of a SIBI. It's coined by the mentor Michael Huddleston. Then we see another fair value gap here. So if this acts as a breakaway gap, if price never revisits up to here, then that'll be strong confirmation for us to end the week reaching for these sell side PD arrays. Cool beans, cool beans. Same as that thing for NQ. So let's see, ladies and gentlemen, accumulation, manipulation, distribution. So that's what I got my eyes set on for the midweek technical analysis, guys and gals. And let's see how the rest of the week play out. It's been a dope week. I've posted my trades on YouTube and Telegram and Instagram. So you can see my scalping that I've done this week on those media platforms. And yeah, it's been a blast. So as always, if you guys enjoy these analysis, if they add any value to your trading careers, please feel free to like, share, and most of all, subscribe. It really helps out a lot. If you're interested in joining the private trade group on Telegram, visit us at precisionpipsllc.com and sign up for the silver package. Okay. Other than that, as always, I appreciate you guys and gals tuning in, coming out to get this knowledge and empower yourselves. Let your family and friends know you love them while they still here, please. And as always, peace and love, everybody. You know